Taken out in a heinous attack at the 1999 Survivor Series, Austin would be out for nearly a year before returning at No Mercy in 2000. Austin would first look to exact revenge on those who took him out, Rikishi and Triple H, before setting his sights on regaining the WWE Championship. Stone Cold would then head to the 2001 Royal Rumble, entering at number 27. Before he could enter the ring, he'd again be attacked by Triple H, looking to avenge Austin's interference earlier in the night. Austin was in bad shape, but somehow managed to emerge victorious, securing his opportunity to compete for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 17. Defending against Austin would be The Rock, Austin's main rival for years. The two legends personify the Attitude Era and had previously met for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 15. That night, Stone Cold managed to defeat the corporate champ to regain the championship. On that same night that Rock captured the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2001, Austin would face Triple H in a 3 stages of hell match. Each fall would be held under different rules: a standard match, a street fight, and then a steel cage if necessary. While Austin took the early lead in winning the first fall, he'd lose the next 2 in a heartbreaker to Triple H. The loss shook Austin, who felt the wave of momentum he was riding should have been unstoppable. Heading into WrestleMania, Austin would speak openly about how he didn't just want the win, but that he needed it.
I need to beat you, Rock. I need it more than anything that you can ever imagine.
When you headline an event, you've got to be on top of your game, be in the best of your game to put on a show and to warrant that main event status.
Austin was going to do everything he could to guarantee the nearly 68,000 attending in his home state of Texas would not be disappointed. The People's Champ had other ideas. He had worked hard while Austin was out to establish himself as the man in WWE, and the opportunity to prove his status with this WrestleMania rematch had the Brahma Bull almost bursting at the seams. If anything was for sure, it was that The Rock would do one thing, and one thing only.
Just bring it!
He'd been through the battles, he'd come into his own, nothing was handed to him, he earned it all, and he turned himself into the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. At no point in time in wrestling history were 2 stars, 2 wrestlers, as hot as both I was and The Rock was. It's hard to explain why we're such good opponents. We just were.
So now it's time for you to head into one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001, a night that serves as the pinnacle of the Attitude Era's excellence, with its 2 biggest names doing battle once again. Are you ready to open up a can on The Rock, or will you find out that going one-on-one with the Great One isn't the electrifying opportunity it appears to be? Before the bell could even make this match official, the action was underway. Austin was proving that he'd do anything to win, first attacking Rock while his back was turned, and then looking to use the WWE Championship. Rock had a brief moment where he unloaded some of his trademark rights, but then ran into Austin's Des Press. Austin was wrestling with a hint of desperation not usually seen from him. A very, very fast start for Austin as he'd use a couple of his running elbows to rattle Rocky in the early moments. Was The Rock not ready for Austin's tactics? Would he be able to get back into the match quickly before Austin really started stomping a mud hole? Once the action went to the ringside area, the brutality really got ratcheted up. Rock used the announce table and timekeeper's table to his advantage. But took his eye off Austin for one brief moment, which allowed Austin the chance to clock him with the belt. Austin was really looking like a different superstar than the one we'd known the last few years. There was a sinister look in his eye as he yelled at officials. A more deliberate approach as he threw heavy rights at The Rock, who stumbled all over trying to stay on his feet. Austin's face wore an angry sneer while he planned his next move, knowing he had plenty of time with Rocky hurt. Back in the ring, Austin continued a methodical, brutal beatdown to the People's Champion. Right after right after right, despite the objections of the referee, found their mark. Even when Rock was able to land a few strikes of his own, Austin immediately cut off his offensive surge. Stone Cold hadn't been WWE champion for nearly 18 months, and it was clear that this had done something to his psyche. The Rock wasn't the reason that Austin was out, but he had clearly benefited the most from Austin's absence. And it seemed that Austin was taking every opportunity to make Rock pay for taking what he considered to be his. Did The Rock really underestimate what kind of match this was going to be? Had he considered Austin to be a friend? Did he not take Austin's words at face value? For a little bit there, it looked like Austin had completely overwhelmed The Rock. But The Rock never lost faith in himself. He took advantage of Austin backing off and clotheslined his way back into the match.
Once he had Austin down, Rock was able to reevaluate the situation. And once he had, he went to ringside to grab the timekeeper's bell. Instant karma, it seemed, was going to get Austin. Now it was The Rock who was going to find an angrier, meaner place inside. And it was The Rock who was going to make Stone Cold Steve Austin suffer. With no rules to hold them back, the Brahma Bull and the Rattlesnake were going to throw absolutely everything at each other, with the dream of leaving WrestleMania 17 as WWE Champion. Back and forth they'd gone, but neither Austin nor The Rock had found that moment that would give them the win. As Austin attempted an Irish whip, though, The Rock would surprise him with a stone-cold stunner of his own. The millions and millions of Rock's fans exploded. Would this be it? Could The Rock embarrass Austin like this by beating him with his own move in Texas? Austin would display his hallmark grit, managing to kick out at the 2 count. And while the two men laid on the mat, trying to find the spark to get back to their feet, Mr. McMahon would make his entrance. All eyes are on Mr. McMahon. But in the ring, Austin flattens The Rock with an incredible spine buster, which gets a 2 count. Caught up in his frustration, Austin blindly rushes at Rock, who now flattens Austin with his spine buster. That leads to the people's elbow. But when Rock covers Austin, Mr. McMahon breaks up the pin. That's right, Mr. McMahon helped Stone Cold Steve Austin. To this day, I cannot believe I ever saw that happen. The look on The Rock's face is pretty much the look that I had. What the hell? Rock's anger raged over, and he made a huge mistake in forgetting about Austin in hopes of laying the smackdown on Mr. McMahon, which led to him running straight into a Stone Cold version of the Rock Bottom. Mr. McMahon had turned the match on its head, and Stone Cold Steve Austin looked ready to strike and finish his quest of regaining the WWE Championship under some unthinkable circumstances. It was inevitable. Stone Cold was going to win, and it was obvious to everyone watching. The Rock had been able to get back into it once Mr. McMahon had arrived. Now Stone Cold was obliterating The Rock with a chair as Mr. McMahon instructed him, and all we could do was watch. Somewhere in the darkest places of Steve Austin's mind, he had convinced himself that the only way to get back to where he was would be by teaming with the man who had been his biggest enemy for years. Had the man never really changed? Had he simply fooled the fans during those years where he was WWE's most popular superstar? Should it have ever been surprising that the man who preached DTA, don't trust anybody, was not someone to be trusted? Or had something changed in Austin while he was gone? And how could The Rock have ever expected anything like this to happen?
4 years after the spectacular encounter against Angle, HBK would find himself set for another dream match. But this wasn't a rivalry that exploded out of nowhere. And this wasn't against a superstar who looked to match Michaels move for move. At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels faced a man with whom he'd crossed paths many times. The Undertaker. A matchup that would completely envelop the WWE Universe from the second it was announced. Two of WWE's longest tenured gladiators, they had engaged in battle many times before, but it had also been quite a while since they faced off one-on-one with any real stakes. Classic battles between the two during the Attitude Era saw the birth of the Hell in a Cell match, and a casket match so physical, it eventually caused Michaels to take a 4-year break from action. Every time the two faced off, it was an intense collision that saw the winner just barely skate by. Shawn won Hell in a Cell and the casket match at the 1998 Royal Rumble, but he never looked like the winner. At the 2007 Royal Rumble, all that was in the past. So when Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were the final two in the Rumble match, there was an awakening. The crowd roaring louder with each passing second. A back and forth clash would see Undertaker get the elimination and the Rumble victory that night, but there was unfinished business between the two. As 2009 started off, things fell into place. Undertaker failed to win the Rumble and came up short again at the Elimination Chamber, leaving him without any WrestleMania plans. That would all change when Shawn Michaels, now under the employ of JBL after a bad business decision, regained his independence and defeated JBL in a match where the winner would get the chance to end The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Now, Mr. WrestleMania would take on the event's undefeated phenom, and the world stood still to watch it unfold. Embracing light to counteract Undertaker's dark powers, Michaels believed himself to be the chosen one to earn that first WrestleMania victory over the Dead Man. Now, it's up to you to protect Undertaker's streak and take down the showstopper. Or will it be you that will be forced to rest in peace?
Down from on high. Wow.
One of the very best to ever do it, Shawn Michaels.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
The passion that Shawn Michaels has for this business is truly indescribable. Being in the ring is heaven on earth to him.
Michael loves this industry. He loves the competition. He loves the fans.
And they love him back. He's given so much, done so much, and the fans thank him for it.
Hands off the merchandise. Just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
From Death Valley, weighing in at 299 pounds, The Undertaker!
At WrestleMania, The Undertaker has the most revered, undefeated streak ever.
Icons have been slain. Legends destroyed.
Listen to the list. Kane, Orton, Michaels, Triple H, Cena, all have fallen to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Even the showcase of immortals is overcome by darkness. The Phenom's opponent has got to know that the end is near on the grandest stage.
Great striking and MMA skills.
The reckoning has just arrived. I'm going to say his opponent made a big mistake by just showing up tonight. WWE's greatest icons, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, finally meeting under the WrestleMania lights. Michaels looked to antagonize Undertaker, hoping to fluster him into making a mistake. And if all that failed, Shawn still knew some less than honorable tactics to help keep the match in his favor. Shawn knew that if he wanted to end the streak, he would have to use every single trick in his arsenal. Undertaker would see that nothing was sacred once the bell rang. Undertaker rushed at Shawn, but Michaels saw it coming and managed to move. Immediately, HBK would focus on the injured knee, knowing that the best way to beat a big man is to take away the vertical base. The second it seemed Undertaker was getting back up, Shawn floored him with a huge low bridge enziguri to stay in control. Shawn would not allow Undertaker any chance to recover. Did HBK really have the dead man's number? Things were tooth and nail to this point, with both Undertaker and Shawn Michaels seeking the win. Michaels would give himself a big opportunity when his baseball slide dropkick connected. The fans buzzed as he climbed to the top rope, anticipating his next move. Also anticipating that next move was Undertaker himself. He'd avoid Shawn's daring moonsault, letting HBK hit the ground extremely hard. With both men down, Michaels pleaded with the referee not to stop the match. No injury was so bad that he couldn't continue the fight. Still begging the referee to let him fight, Michaels didn't see Undertaker sit up or get back to his feet. And this, folks, is when The Undertaker made his move. Looking for that picture-perfect dive over the top rope he'd hit so many times before. But on this night, it was not meant to be. Shawn pulled the cameraman into Undertaker's path, avoiding the incoming Phenom as he torpedoed back to earth. These were tense moments. Undertaker barely moved after he landed, and many were unsure if he'd be able to continue. Meanwhile, Shawn was barely better off, struggling to get to his feet while shaking off his own missed moonsault. Such an anticipated matchup. Would it continue? Could it continue? Now it was Shawn realizing the stakes as he got back into the ring. This was his chance. HBK could absolutely end the streak. Dragging the referee back into the ring, Michaels insisted that the match not be stopped, but instead that the official start the 10 count. Did Michaels really want a count-out win? Would he be satisfied ending the streak in that fashion? Undertaker had managed to get back into the match after many thought he was finished, and now he was looking to take Shawn on a last ride. Undertaker was so determined that not even a reversal by HBK into a pin attempt could stop him, as he manhandled Michaels back to his feet, finally hitting a devastating last ride in the middle of the ring. But now it was Shawn's turn to display his resiliency, beating the referee's count to kick out at 2. This marquee matchup was not only living up to expectation, it was surpassing them. Undertaker would have to shake off the disappointment of the failed pin attempt and get back to showing Michaels that the darkness was stronger than the light. Undertaker was in full control. With HBK down on the mat, Undertaker would pull the straps down, signaling to everyone that the end was near. It was time for the tombstone, and everyone braced as Taker lifted Michaels back to his feet. In an instant, Shawn would counter the tombstone into a miraculous DDT, once again flooring the Phenom. Michaels then went back into the corner, looking to recompose himself. Was it time to set up some sweet chin music? Michaels' chance was here. Undertaker was hoping to squash Shawn in the corner, sensing that Michaels was nearly finished. But pure instinct allowed Michaels to get his boot up and once again buy him some time as he planned his next attack. Undertaker was down for the moment, but looked ready to get to his feet. Knowing it was now or never, Michaels had to go for broke. The two had stopped the other in their tracks so many times that even Undertaker seemed surprised when Shawn jumped right into his arms as he attempted a moonsault. Into the perfect position for Undertaker to connect with the legendary Tombstone Piledriver, which was more than enough to finally keep Michaels down for the 3 count. Oh man, I remember this. Both men just laying on the mat once the battle was finished. Michaels still rocked from the tombstone, and of course the Undertaker having somehow survived diving onto the arena floor. Undertaker runs his streak up to 17-0. As hyped up as this match was heading into WrestleMania, knowing that it not only met the expectations, but surpassed them in such a way that fans wanted to see it again, you can't tell me this isn't one of the greatest performances.
As badly as the WWE Universe wanted to see Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker, it seems that the two WWE legends wanted it even more, both giving it everything they had, both using some old tricks and some new ones. But ultimately, it ended as all of Undertaker's WrestleMania matches had to that point, a tombstone and a huge win. But nothing lasts forever, and Undertaker was about to learn this very painful lesson courtesy of Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, you already know what this is about. Brock returned to WWE from the world of mixed martial arts in 2012, ready to conquer the world. A loss to John Cena would quickly derail the hype, but a rebound victory over Triple H at SummerSlam seemed to have the Beast back on track. Still, Brock wasn't where he wanted to be as of the fall of 2013 approached, so he took a sabbatical from WWE. He'd return near the end of the year, demanding a WWE Championship match. Despite attempting to force the match, Brock was not given what he wanted. Instead, he'd receive an open contract for an opponent at WrestleMania. And this open contract would be answered by none other than The Undertaker, who would sign in Brock's blood after putting him through a table. It seemed impossible. Undertaker's streak was beyond legend. With names like Diesel, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels all proudly displayed on the list. Even someone as monstrous as Brock Lesnar was seen as an underdog heading into the encounter. But Lesnar and his manager, Paul Heyman, were confident that they had what they needed to send a shockwave throughout all of WWE. They knew that with a win at WrestleMania, the world would be Brock's. He wouldn't have to demand anything ever again. It'd just be given to him. And New Orleans, Louisiana was prepared to see two of WWE's baddest brawlers collide in the center of the ring. Would an F5 send Undertaker's streak spinning? Would Undertaker find a way to send yet another opponent to rest with the other lost souls? You're going to have to step into the most intimidating scenario in WWE history, competing against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You managed to protect the streak earlier. Can you now bring it to an end and leave everyone in attendance speechless?
Brock couldn't let Undertaker dictate what took place. And a huge overhead belly-to-belly let everyone know that Brock wasn't intimidated. Undertaker, on the other hand, needed to employ his mental warfare, like landing on his feet when Brock tried to clothesline him to the floor to keep an edge on Brock. Neither man had a huge power advantage over the other, so it would be Undertaker's mind games against Brock's freakish athleticism. Brawling on the apron didn't get either man very far, though Undertaker was able to hit a shot on Brock over the top rope to get back into the match. The two had smashed each other with huge punches and knees, yet neither seemed to feel the effects. The WWE Universe wanted to see which Titan would blink first here. Brock had Undertaker against the ropes here and was ready to start putting it on him. Talking trash and taunting Undertaker after each clubbing blow, Brock was firmly in control. You could see the distant look in Undertaker's eyes as he tries to stay on his feet. No one had treated Undertaker like this before, and it was shocking to see Undertaker seemingly helpless against the onslaught of the Beast. Undertaker would dig deep, finding a DDT to put Brock down on the mat. Could Lesnar capitalize here? Undertaker was back to his feet first, but barely, still staggering in the corner. Brock looked to kill the comeback immediately, but ran into Undertaker's boot. The Phenom would need to stay alert and push the action if he was going to conquer the Beast. Brock refused to give Undertaker any room to breathe, smothering him whenever possible, and the effects were clear on Undertaker's face. But Undertaker would catch Brock with another big boot, and that gave him the opening to take Brock to school. Old school. Brock continued to shine in WrestleMania's most dangerous scenario. How did Brock manage to catch Undertaker like that? Proving time after time he would not wither. But Undertaker would show his supernatural resiliency, able to kick out of the F5 when it certainly seemed to many that he was finished. Undertaker was struggling in there with Brock, but wasn't out yet. Surely he'd be able to get back into this match and continue his WrestleMania domination? Brock's face is the picture of frustration here, but it seems misplaced when he's got firm control of this match. The big question right now is, what can Undertaker do to get back into the match? How can he keep the streak alive? one last moment of hope as he elbowed free from Brock's F5 attempt. But a match that had seen Lesnar thwart Undertaker at every turn continued that trend. Will the tombstone be the answer, as it had been so many times before? The way Brock manhandled Undertaker to get him set for the F5 after he reversed the tombstone, looking back, it's so obvious that Undertaker's out. But at the moment, no one believed it was over, even after the F5. It was Undertaker. He'd kick out. He had to kick out. But he didn't. The looks on the faces. Just look at the shock on every fan in attendance. No one expected that to be it. And that speaks volumes about what Undertaker had built. The man had already survived multiple F5s, and the fans still thought he'd be able to survive the last one. Nobody will ever duplicate the 21-0 record that Undertaker set to open his WrestleMania career. Simply competing at 21 WrestleManias is a daunting enough task, but to win every single time out, it may not have lasted forever, but that is still a number that will live forever. And I have to say, I've never in my entire career heard a crowd react the way that crowd reacted to the end of the streak. Hell, I still can't believe it happened. It is still the most shocking ending to any match at WrestleMania. And I'm feeling the goosebumps again right now. Brock Lesnar pins The Undertaker in the middle of the WrestleMania 30 ring, silencing the entire arena. There will never be another Undertaker. But on this occasion, the night belonged to Brock Lesnar as he conquered the juggernaut-like WrestleMania streak of The Undertaker.
Many of the matches in the 2K24 showcase are easy dream matches. And as we know, usually a dream match is something that fans talk about, pitting two superstars against each other when they know that will never really happen. But at WrestleMania 38, we saw a different variation of what a dream match can be. With a simple invitation, Kevin Owens put the wheels in motion for his personal dream match, one against WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin. Asking for Austin to be a guest on the KO show was just step one. Next was to disparage the state of Texas whenever he had the opportunity.
I've been here for a couple of days and it's actually worse than I remembered.
And then it was to extend that trash talk to Austin himself. Stone Cold hadn't competed at WrestleMania since a 2003 loss to The Rock at WrestleMania 19, but he still had plenty of fight in him. With WrestleMania 38 taking place in Texas, Austin knew that he had to show up and hit Kevin Owens with whatever he needed to shut his mouth. Whether that was one Stone Cold Stunner or 15, it didn't matter to WWE's toughest SOB. We were able to sit down with Kevin Owens to talk about how this all came together.
It was pretty surreal when the video aired of him accepting the challenge. You know, him driving out in the middle of the desert on his four-wheeler or whatever you want to call it, and then hearing him answer me directly and saying,
Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to open up one last can of whoop-ass on you, Kevin Owens.
That threat made me so excited. I was so pumped. Career highlight for sure to have Stone Cold Steve Austin cut a promo on me. As far as WrestleManias go, I think the match with Stone Cold takes the cake as the top spot. Stunner! Before I started using the stunner, I'd asked him for permission and advice. I don't know that he told me every secret, to be honest. His stunner is the best, because mine didn't keep him down, but his kept me down, so he's onto something.
19 years in the making!
He trusted me to be a worthy opponent for what was his first match back in 19 years. The fact that he was willing to do that with me, that's a huge, huge compliment.
Always a privilege to get to speak to Kevin Owens, and we thank him for the time. We were also able to capture a little message from Stone Cold himself, who wanted to extend the following to Owens.
Hey, Kevin, I just wanted to say thank you very much for a hell of a night at WrestleMania 38. You motivated me and got me off my ass, 19 years removed. And to be able to go back to Dallas, Texas, the city that I started in 1989, and bring everything full circle, it means a lot to me. Being out there in the ring with you was a blast. Taking that suplex on the concrete was a blast. Kevin Owens, you're awesome.
Steve, I appreciate that more than you'll ever know. And now that we're cool, maybe next time we could share a beer with, I have a can in my hand, you have a can in yours, instead of you just taking a swig and spitting it in my face and mouth. You got my number. You used it before WrestleMania to send me insults in the middle of the night. I didn't forget.
They might get along now, but at WrestleMania 38, it was an all-out war. Can you guide Austin to a WrestleMania victory after 19 years away? Or will KO deal out the ultimate insult, winning the match with his own version of the stunner? If you think you've got what it takes, give me a hell yeah.
Stone Cold said he was coming to open one last can of whoop-ass on KO, and he wasted no time delivering on that promise. Trading big right hands, Austin finally got KO trapped in the corner, where he dust off the classics. Stomping a mud hole in Owens, while offering a few choice fingers along the way. Owens was finding out immediately that there are indeed consequences when you run your mouth about the rattlesnake. Austin was a proverbial house of fire, looking like he hadn't missed a day, let alone 19 years. A hard Irish whip into the corner nearly turned KO inside out, giving Austin a chance to take a quick beverage break. Instant refreshment. It had been 19 years since Steve Austin competed in a WrestleMania ring, but he looked as good as he ever had once the fight started. If anything, it seemed like KO had really forgotten who he was dealing with. Austin had been all over Owens from the second this fight became an official match, showing no signs of stopping. Taking the fight to the ringside area seemed like an easy call, but KO finally managed to stop Austin in his tracks by sending him crashing into the ring post. Owens would compose himself quickly before realizing the opportunity in front of him. Now it was his turn to brutalize Stone Cold, and he jumped at the chance, assaulting the Hall of Famer with KO show equipment. Owens was unrelenting, finally able to dish out the punishment he'd spent weeks promising Austin. Owens was not going to be embarrassed on this stage. He was the one that was going to embarrass Stone Cold. Then Kevin grabbed a table. He was looking to put Austin out right here, right now. The fans began to scream for Austin to recover, but he was still shaking off the cobwebs. KO was going to make his move right here, looking to put Austin through the table. But somehow, Austin was able to reverse the momentum and send Owens crashing through the table instead. KO wanted to bring the table into this, and now he was paying the very physical price. As he had numerous times in his legendary career, Austin was able to hurt Owens again, regaining command of the fight. With KO dazed, Austin threw him onto the announce table. Remember, Owens had tried and failed to use a table earlier, so now Austin wanted a turn. Austin's plan here was very clear. He was going to beat the hell out of Owens, but he was going to make it look like it was easy. Classic Austin here, enjoying a few cold beverages while basking amongst the screaming fans and just absolutely taking Kevin Owens to the woodshed. Austin was having the time of his life. He turned back the clock and was delivering a vintage performance. Shoot, you can see me calling the match back there. I was totally astounded at how dominant Austin was. Shout out to my suit though. I was looking good. Austin was in total control, having the time of his life. But I don't think Kevin Owens was enjoying this at all. Stone Cold was having his way with KO. After spitting his drink into Owens' face, Austin was finally ready to bring this back in the ring. KO needed to turn the tide, and fast, or he was soon going to find himself on the losing end of this match he'd waited years to manifest. Perhaps getting a little too comfortable, Austin appeared to take his eye off the ball for a second. But that was all Kevin Owens needed to drop Austin with a hot shot and finally catch a breather from the constant onslaught. But instead of following up with devastating offense, KO looked to commit Grand Theft Auto. What he was planning to do, I have no idea. Run Austin over, drive away to safety, we may never know. Whatever the plan was, he took way too long trying to make it happen, and now Stone Cold was back. In a WrestleMania first, Austin would then start the ATV and drive up the ramp with KO seated in the front. Where the hell was Austin going to take KO? Was I watching a kidnapping? Luckily, no, we were not watching a kidnapping in progress. Austin just wanted to give the fans closer to the stage a better view of his dismantling of Kevin Owens. We've seen a lot of things from Steve Austin at WrestleMania, but opening a can in this location was brand new. Right when it looked like Austin was on his way to victory, bam! KO shocks the whole building by dropping Austin with a stunner. Grabbing a steel chair, KO was going to end Austin once and for all. But Austin was ready, moving out of the way, which caused KO to hit himself with the chair. Another humiliation in a series of them on this night for Owens. Could it be time for the Stone Cold Stunner?
A majestic homecoming for Stone Cold Steve Austin sees the Rattlesnake drop KO with the Stone Cold Stunner, locking in the victory. Austin sets a WrestleMania record with 20 years going between WrestleMania wins, as his previous victory at the event was over Scott Hall at 2002's WrestleMania 18. Cheers to Stone Cold. For our final WrestleMania match in the Showcase of the Immortals, we go to the main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania 39, with Roman Reigns looking to extend a near 950-day reign by defending his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes. Reigns had captured the WWE Universal Championship at Payback 2020, defeating any and all challengers. He then upped the stakes at WrestleMania 38, when he defeated Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship in another winner-takes-all matchup, thus creating the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. With the Bloodline watching his back at all times, Reigns would always find a way to escape his matches, still champion. Cody Rhodes had made his triumphant return at WrestleMania 38, appearing as Seth Rollins' mystery opponent and earning a big win. Unfortunately, an injury would take him out of action, but not before an incredibly gutsy performance in Hell in a Cell that saw him defeat Rollins again. At the 2023 Royal Rumble, Reigns would defeat Kevin Owens in a brutal matchup, while Cody Rhodes would make his return to action and win the Rumble match, setting up the WrestleMania main event. Cody had waited for years for this opportunity and swore that he would do everything to finally finish the story and capture the championship that had eluded the Rhodes family.
Whoa. Hold on a second here. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Cody.
Don't hey Cody me, Graves. Is 2K pulling a prank on me? Really? I mean, I'm honored to be on the cover and you guys didn't include Stardust, so thanks for that. But this is really what we're doing?
Cody, come on. It's literally the most recent match to ever take place at WrestleMania. And the good folks at 2K thought it was a fine way to wrap this up, and the match itself was pretty fantastic too.
It was pretty fantastic, wasn't it? Fine. Look, if I learned anything from last year's 2K Showcase, it's that you have to face your losses. At WrestleMania 39, I lost to Roman Reigns. But Corey, I'm telling you, and I'm telling every member of the WWE Universe who plays 2K24, and that includes Roman Reigns, that the next time we do meet, nobody is going to save him, and I'll be the one getting his hand raised.
Besides, you're still on the cover.
And I'm thankful for that, Corey.
Cody Rhodes attempts to finish the story against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39.
There's still another chapter in this story, I promise you.
But for now, we relive the most recent chapter.
The WWE Universe just exploded.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, looks as ready as ever for action tonight.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
From undesirable to undeniable to the grandest stage of them all.
Made his WWE return in an all-time classic, and then 1 year later did something his father was never able to do: compete in the main event of WrestleMania.
One task remains for the American Nightmare: finish the story at the Showcase of Immortals.
The most dominant group in WWE history
the Bloodline. A group who will do anything to maintain their grip on WWE.
And that means constantly obliterating the competition.
Well, tonight will be no different.
His opponent, representing the Bloodline, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
Look, we know every member could be dominant on their own, but they are even stronger together.
When the Bloodline is on the same page, guys, they are simply unbeatable.
Well, they are on the same page, Cole. They've realigned their values, dropped the dead weight, and the Bloodline remains stronger than ever.
If that's true, that is a frightening thought.
I do not envy the task at hand for this superstar. You are facing a man with all the momentum in the world in Cody Rhodes. Rhodes had the early momentum in his quest to finish the story, but a misguided trip to the ringside area would soon bring that to an end. With both Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa at ringside, I don't think anyone expected Roman Reigns to play it clean, but I do think there was a level of surprise as to how early and how blatant the cheating was going to be. Looking to return to the ring, Cody first rolled Roman in, and this somehow gave Solo his chance to grab a chair and plant it into Cody's ribs. How does the referee not see it? Did he really think Cody just got hurt really bad just trying to get into the ring? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. A frustrating moment for Cody and his fans, and it's now clear that this was not going to be an honorable encounter. Roman wasted little time using his drive-by dropkick to floor Cody. Reigns was primed to get back on the attack after the interference of Solo, looking to smash Cody Rhodes in front of the massive crowd. Reigns was cruising, not having yielded the momentum once he got it. But like Rhodes earlier, Roman would take a trip to ringside that would take his control away. After Cody slammed Roman into the mat, he'd climb to the apron, when again Solo interjected in the match, hitting Cody hard with his own belt. This time, though, the misdeed was too obvious, leaving the WWE official no choice but to finally eject Solo from the match. The Bloodline's best laid plans were going up in flames. Roman couldn't count on his enforcer doing the heavy lifting now. Desperate, Roman grabbed Cody's belt, looking to be disqualified perhaps. The referee grabbed Cody's belt. This left Reigns open for a huge super kick, and while Roman staggered, Cody hit Crossroads. In an instant, Roman's trajectory had changed drastically. It was all falling into place for Cody. Was this really it for the Tribal Chief? Things really broke down later on in the match, though. Cody would go for a big boot and unintentionally take the referee out. Roman hit a Superman punch, but it sent Cody into the ropes, and he answered with a hard clothesline, flooring both men. Sitting there, we're left wondering, now what do you do? Both men are motionless. There's no official, and you know that Roman Reigns will happily employ any tactic to steal the win. Cody would slowly get back to his feet first, giving the crowd hope that his victory was near. Setting up for another crossroads. Cody was unable to see the Usos, who entered the ring and nailed a perfect tandem super kick. They followed up by 1D in the middle of the ring. But as they dragged Roman over Cody, a huge cheer erupted from the crowd. Were they big Roman fans all of a sudden? Quite the contrary. It would be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, who had defeated the Usos the night before for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, arriving on the scene to even the score. Now it was time for KO and Sami to get a measure of revenge on Roman. A stunner from Owens. A haluva kick by Zayn. Satisfied, the tag champs would turn their attention back to the Usos as the four would brawl back through the crowd away from the ring area. Suddenly we see Cody slowly crawling toward Roman with a cover. We believe he's got it wrapped up. Who is going to kick out of a stunner? And would anyone feel bad if Roman Reigns lost like that? Cody's adrenaline was high, and he could see that Roman was fading. And without anyone to help him, Cody would have to do this alone. One crossroads connected, but Cody wasn't done. He was going to make sure this ended the match. A second crossroads hit, but now Paul Heyman jumped onto the apron, hoping to distract the referee long enough to prevent any type of count that would crown Cody the new champion. But then, Solo Sikoa would appear and use his Samoan spike to obliterate Cody. You had to feel for Cody. All the work he'd put in to get back to this spot, and now the bloodline appeared, poised to make it all for nothing.
the champ as he retains the title.
Pretty impressive defense. Challengers might think twice before coming at.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WrestleMania.
Nobody knew exactly what to expect on March 31st, 1985. On this night, the industry stopped and held its collective breath. Would WrestleMania live up to the hype? Would sports entertainment, the flawless mixing of WWE superstars with other celebrities from music, film, and sport, prove to be a hit with the fans? Every man and woman who laced up a pair of boots that night was taking a leap of faith, knowing that they would sink or swim as the event did. With over 19,000 people in the legendary New York Arena that night, this would be the most important night in the history of WWE. Lucky for all of us, it was a success, and it formed the foundation for what is without a doubt the quintessential event of the year in sports entertainment. It has constantly grown, pushing the industry to the limits with every blockbuster encounter, every record broken, and then broken again. It's a destination, a fuel for the dreams that burn in those who hope to one day compete. Entire streaks have been built simply based on the results from that one event. Year after year, a simple point to a sign informs everyone that you're being challenged. Winning's always sweet. Winning a WWE championship is even sweeter. But for some reason, nothing can compare to standing tall on the grandest stage of them all. A Sunday night gathering at the arena has, over time, transformed into the monster two-day extravaganza that fills mammoth stadiums with people traveling from all over the world to be there. At WrestleMania, one will experience the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, all done in the name of chasing glory.